TravelPlusWine.com takes you to the most beautiful cities in the world. Hey, we're here inside the Duomo of Florence, built by Brunelleschi, and as you can see, it's just an amazing architectural feat for the time. Check out this beautiful fresco. It's also worth visiting the Duomo in the evening because as the sun sets over the Duomo, the marble starts to look a little bit pinkish. And look at the stunning detail on the Duomo. It's just incredible, and it's really the center and really the highlight of Florence. And coming here, it's no wonder. I can easily see why the Duomo is famous worldwide. I've never seen a church before with this much marble and this many colors and this much detail. It's absolutely incredible.
I mean, if you see right now the Duomo and where we are, you might feel that this building is connected to that, but it's actually a different building. This is the tower of the architect Giotto. It's a masterpiece. It's one of the main landmarks, together with the Duomo of Brunelleschi and the baptistry of Ghiberti, where you can see the golden doors. Well, they're not the real ones now, they're a copy, but the whole complex is part of the main landmark of Florence.
414 steps up and 414 steps down, but the view was spectacular and well worth it. As I've mentioned before, Florence is a living art gallery. Check this out. What's super impressive about the Piazza della Signoria, apart from being one of the best outdoor museums I've ever seen in my life, this square right where I'm standing in the 14th century is when the bell rang up there. It meant that it was time for a town meeting, and so all of the locals would gather in this square to hear the important news. And today, hundreds of years later, people are still gathering in the square to be heard. The Piazza Michelangelo is named after the famous artist Michelangelo, as you can see from Michelangelo's David statue here. Now that's not the original. The original one is actually standing behind us in a museum called the La Accademia here in Florence. But because Michelangelo is one of Italy's, not only Florence's, but Italy's greatest artists, they decided to make the plaza with the best view in Florence named after him. As you can see, Florence is truly one of the most beautiful cities in the world. And best of all, it's walkable. When you're in Florence, you don't have to take public transportation for anything. You can walk everywhere.
When you're in Italy, to begin with, you gotta try their gelato. But when you're in Florence, there's one place out of the hundreds of gelaterias in the city, there's one place that even the locals recommend, and that place is Grom.
It's a gelateria, and it's in the center of Florence near the Duomo. And they have the best gelato ever.
I'm having dark chocolate and coconut, and this is really heavenly.
But really, any gelato at Grom, and you cannot go wrong. If I had to end the trip here, I would say here on top of the Tower of Giotto would be the perfect place to end the best trip ever to Florence. So until next time, Travel Plus Wine is wishing you great times and even better wine.